This here is the Zeekr X, which is expected to cost anywhere between 180,000 and below. So we don't know the official pricing yet, but today we will show you around this car and tell you why this newest offering from China is actually something you should be excited to see. Now, for those who don't know, Zeekr is actually the luxury arm of another brand that is already established here in Malaysia. I'm not going to name names, you should know by now, but just think of this as the Lexus to the Toyotas that you're already used to. First things first, what separates the exterior is these very unique, very well, I'll just say different because I don't really know how to describe these. They made me speechless just looking at them, but they're in a good way, because these look really good. These are very distinctive. You see these anywhere on the highway, especially at night, you're going to get mesmerized. That is for sure. But these are, of course, just the DRLs. Your main headlights should be here, or maybe these are the fog lamps. I'm not too sure. They're very high up. Could be either. Your cameras here, because of course you get all the ADAS features that you need, and of course the name of the car, the Zeekr X, not the Zeekr X. That would be copyright. So as you can see in the front, very sporty, splitter, lights, sharp, everything, more elements going on here. Looks very sporty, looks very sophisticated, and again expected to cost 180,000 or below, and it's very luxurious too. And I'll prove that to you when we take a look at the inside. But for now, follow me off to the side and you will notice these huge wheels right here. You can see them with a two-tone finish as well, the black and silver. Oop, those are dirty. You've also got the Zeekr logo right here, very similar to other luxury brands, even some European luxury brands. And the first thing you'll notice is that this side mirror is actually very chunky. That's because it's made up of two parts. This one here and then this one up here with your light and your camera for, once again, all the ADAS features. The mirror itself is borderless, so that's something you're going to have to note. Door handle is all the way inside. See how my hand just goes in? So it's all the way in when you don't need it, and then it pops out when you do need it. And of course you've got your card access right here to lock, unlock, so on and so forth. You don't get roof rails. And that is an interesting choice because most crossovers and SUVs do have roof rails these days, right, to portray that outdoorsy, active lifestyle. But again, this is a luxury car. This is premium luxury, right? So you don't really want to portray that kind of image. So this is a good call, in my opinion. And of course, you get cladding over here just to keep your bodywork and paint a little bit less scuffed when you do have to go on the occasional back roads. Now, coming to the back, this is perhaps my favorite angle because Zeekr, look at that, it's behind the glass too, so people can't really touch this. And then X, Zeekr X, again, very distinctive pattern on the tail lights, more brake lights over here, a nice little spoiler, another big reverse camera right there, Zeekr X. Okay, there's nothing down here but sensors actually. So then, obviously that would be the booth release because why wouldn't it be? It's right there. It's in your face. The booth itself is actually pretty decent for a car of this size, right? This is actually quite good. Once you pull the tonneau cover up, you can see just how much space you actually get, which is very nice. And this tonneau cover, I'm not sure if it is removable. I'm pretty sure you can pull the seats back and remove these for even more space if you needed it. But then again, there is also a false floor, which gives you all your charging equipment. Speaking of which, Zeekr rates the range on this car to be up to 440 kilometers on a single charge. It achieves the Century Sprint time of just 3.8 seconds. That means it goes from 0 to 100 in 3.8 seconds, which is absolutely brilliant. And of course, the charging time, according to Zeekr, is around 29 minutes for 10 to 80% charge. So all that is really good, really convenient, and super helpful to know because with EVs, you always end up with range anxiety one way or another. So 440 kilometers of range on a car this compact, very good. So one quick thought before we go inside the car. I just want to point out, you see the door handle, right? It looks flush with the door, but it's pushed in. It looks like somebody has broken your door handle and pushed it in, right? No, actually that's part of the design. This is how you actually open the door. You simply put your hand in here You don't even have to press it. The car automatically opens the door, the window automatically goes down because it's frameless. Then you open it and you step inside. And of course, when you close the door, window goes back up. All right, let's go inside. Stepping inside, you'll notice that despite the Zeekr X being pretty compact on the outside, it's actually very, very spacious and practical on the inside. And it starts with this massive light right here. I'm not sure how distracting that will be at night, but hey, it's good for visibility, right? You've also got a huge panoramic sunroof up there, which I'm pretty sure you can dim out when you need. Nice big vanity mirror for the driver with lights in it as well. Now you'll notice that this itself is quite small. Like, look at the size of it, right? It's not really one of the biggest we've seen, but then again, this is a compact car, so it would make sense. Plus, you have to make space for the sunroof, so you have to remember that as well. Your door release over here, and you'll notice the seats push back as soon as you open the door, which is the press of this button right here. And then your window controls are right there, and of course the windows themselves go up and down when you open and close the door. You've got a very unique looking, almost square shaped steering wheel. It's almost perfectly square, except at the edges where it's kind of rounded off, right? But other than that, it's pretty much just a square. And it's also two spoke because there's nothing down here, so you can't call it a three spoke. And you also get this very cute little haptic sensor on each side. So it's not as cluttered as certain cars with like several buttons on each side, right? Then of course you got your Zeekr logo here and your digital driver display. It's very small and it's attached to the steering wheel, which means no matter where you like to keep your steering wheel, no matter what position you want it in, you're always going to be looking through the steering wheel to see your digital driver display. And that means your visibility is never compromised on this thing, which is fantastic. Of course, you've got a much larger central infotainment screen right here, housing all your controls, including your music, your battery life, who's connected, maps, features, open the boot, blah, 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 open the doors, all those features as well. You have a few little buttons down here, followed by a airplane style container unit over there. And okay, let's pull this up to reveal the cup holders, which you can double up by doing so. See, so this is one cup holder, now it's two. Very efficient use of space, because honestly, this will A, save a lot of space, and B, when you don't need the cup holder and you want to store something that's not exactly cup shaped, this will be much more convenient and easy as well. Now, you've also got your charging tray up here, which again can be folded up so that you can actually use this space in case you have taller items to store down here, like, I don't know, maybe a large drink cup. Okay, now we're at the back here. There's no grab handle, but there is a little hook for your teh tarik both here and also at the side of the B pillar right here. Now, with the seat set all the way back, like this is even more than my driving position even, right? It's very, very far back. You'll notice that I still actually get decent room back here, see? I've still got good knee room. I've still got fantastic headroom. I can fit, yeah, both my hands actually. And then your climate controls over here, followed by, I'm not sure what the purpose of that cubby space is. It's really, really small. And then, of course, you've got your speakers off to the side as well, and an armrest with two more, cup holders right there. Now, I don't think the middle seat will be of much use, right? So you've imagined, you can see where I was sitting there. So if I were to be in the center and there's another me right here on either side, I would be very, very cramped. I would have to be sitting like this almost. So you see how I have to scrunch my shoulders in and put my knees together because there's just that much limited space. So you're going to have to treat this car more like a 4-seater than a 5-seater. But then again, for the expected price of 180,000 or below, for a luxury car of this size, I can think of a few luxury cars in a similar size segment that are way worse to be at the back of. So when these cars launch, head on over to your nearest Zeekr showroom and check out the Zeekr X if you're in the market for a premium, compact premium SUV crossover hatchback thing, which is this. Thank you very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed. I've been Logan. This is DSF. Have a good day.